So here's a pretty typical Renaissance painting of Jesus being crucified. But what do we have here? What's a skull doing underneath Jesus' cross? Hi, I'm Pawlowski of Paradise Found Studio. With this video, I'm starting a new series of videos that explore the hidden symbology of religious art. These will be shorter and be limited to one symbol or theme per video. As I have gone through hundreds of Christian paintings and sculptures, they continue to surprise and confuse me with all these odd little details. If you look closely, religious paintings can get pretty bizarre, so I want to get into the meaning behind all this symbolism. Now the cross, and Jesus hung on the cross, called a crucifix, has been a common symbol for Christians since around the 3rd century. For thousands of years, artists have depicted the crucifixion with elaborate details. Many of those details are there to tell the story from the Gospels. But as you look closer, you see a skull, and sometimes bones underneath Jesus' cross over and over and over again. So why is that there? Isn't the sight of men hung to die on a cross gruesome enough without adding bones strewn about? What's it supposed to mean? An obvious answer could be that they're left over from other crucifixions. Romans performed this method of execution all the time. And the time of Jesus was particularly volatile. As mentioned in the Bible, the area Jesus was hung to die was called Golgotha, which in Aramaic and Hebrew means skull. It's also called Calvary, which also means skull in Latin. Okay, fair enough. The skull is simply a depiction of the name of the hill. But why was it called Golgotha? Legend and tradition has it that this is where Adam, yes, that Adam from Genesis, the first man, was buried. That deep under the hill where Jesus was crucified, Adam's bones rest in a deep cavern. When the blood ran out of Jesus' wounds, they flowed down into the cavern and filled up the skull of Adam. If you visit this area in Israel today, you'll find the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Again, according to Christian tradition, this site in Jerusalem not only contains Golgotha itself, but the tomb of Jesus Christ. On the ground floor, just underneath the Golgotha chapel, sits the chapel of Adam. So is there anything that connects Jesus with Adam? Many Christians actually consider Jesus Christ the new Adam, or final Adam. The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians wrote, "Just as through the disobedience of one man that many were made sinners, so also through the obedience of the one man the many will be made righteous." To put an even finer point on it, he later wrote in verse 45, "As in Adam all die, so in Christ all will be made alive." So Adam, along with Eve, committed the first sin against God, and the gates of heaven were closed from that point on. That is, until Jesus died to reconcile that sin, to give us all the opportunity to live again in the holy presence of God. So while the skull might add to the gruesomeness of the crucifixion scene, it actually helps complete the message of man's fall and salvation. I hope you enjoyed this discussion on the symbolism of the skull of Adam in Christian art. If you want to see more of these, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. And take a look at all the other great videos that are available at Paradise Found Studio. And please leave any ideas for symbols in the comments section that you'd like explored. Thanks and God bless.